I always knew I wanted to be a business person, from a young kid. The business was started 40 years ago. We family-owned, family-run. What we do is corporate signage, and then we also do architectural cladding, which is mostly used in the motor industry. My dad was running the company at the time, and I sat and had a chat with him and said, what is the growth opportunity in the company?
The majority of the companies in our country are small to medium-sized companies. It's a very important growth area for South Africa. If you look at our National Development Plan, we're aiming for about 90% of employment to come from SMEs by 2030. Now that's a tall ask in a country where a lot of SMEs don't really make it past the 5th year.
The Johannesburg Stock Exchange is the leading stock exchange on the African continent, number 19 in the world. What we do is offering listing services to companies looking to raise capital in the market. But we also see our role as much more than just a place of capital raising. We've got multiple programs that are looking at advancing the socio-economic development of South Africa.
What we've done and zoomed in on is saying, okay, how do we tangibly support the accelerated growth of medium-sized companies to large enterprises? And we came up with the JSE Enterprise Acceleration Program.
This company called Endeavour, which helps companies scale up and grow, introduced us to the JSE. And that's when we first sort of got involved in the JSE Acceleration Program. And this was a major opportunity for us.
This program is not like any other program. It's not incubation. It's not just development. We analyze each company. We provide real in-depth expertise and support. We partner them with the right kind of coaches and mentors. And we also provide masterclasses.
We're a manufacturing company. We build stuff. So we never ever looked at setting ourselves up as an e-commerce platform. It was extremely exciting when engaging the mentor there, discussing how simple it is and how I could take the business into the digital era as such.
We also help with market access and the relevant networks that they need, right? To scale, because that's the important thing, is for them to grow. We've had companies on the acceleration program that have grown in the US market, in the UK market, in Australia, and companies that have accelerated their growth in other countries in Africa.
What came out of that was us setting up a digital transformation roadmap for us to set up what we call vanilla products. So these are off-the-shelf items, and this specifically would be geared at the African market, where, to give you an example, you could actually take a photograph of your service station, upload it onto our e-commerce platform, and you'd be able to dress your site up by choosing from a library of standard items, and you could then see exactly what your site would look like, with the upgrade.
We're offering a real opportunity to look at your business and find mechanisms to help grow your business.
I'd advise any medium-sized business that's set for growth to enter this program. It makes you think, I sat there going through this and it's like light bulbs going off in my head.
My name is Muzi Kupeka. I'm the CEO of JMCI Group. We are a company that's involved in the waste recycling sector. The solution that we have has got to do with recycling plant, commonly known as a material recovery facility. It's a fantastic idea because it's designed to prevent waste going into landfill. It comes straight into the plant, whereby we can create employment for people to do the manual sorting, such that we get these high quality recyclables that the industry is waiting for. We had gone almost the entire year with a potential investor, only to discover at the end that actually they didn't have finance.
Raising capital, especially in an unlisted environment, can be quite burdensome. Understanding who to go to, which investor has what mandate. JSE Private Placements is a brand new platform that we have launched. And what it does is it allows unlisted companies to raise capital through the platform by introducing them to pre-qualified investors.
We really needed that vetting of potential funders and investors. Number one. Number two, also giving us a credible platform with a very powerful brand for us to pitch our project onto. Because also the other challenge you have is how do you make sure that as many investors as possible get to know of your project?
By helping companies get in touch with the right investors, we make all of that a lot more efficient, and then also get the right information to those investors so that the whole process becomes a lot more efficient.
Through this JPP platform, I was quite satisfied that many investors would at least get to know about my project for them to evaluate if that's something that they want to get involved in.
We already have a vast amount of investors on the platform. We have some of the largest financial services groups in the country, asset managers, insurance companies, banks, all on the platform looking for deals.
There's one or two prospects already. One of them, we've even signed the NDA, non-disclosure agreement, which is very exciting. So yeah, I'm very happy with the progress so far, but it's that possibility that it presents to us that is very exciting. Yeah.
I think one of the challenges that South Africa has as a country is around financial inclusion. We've got a huge income gap or wealth gap in the country. I do see SMEs as one of the challenges we need to tackle if we want to see employment rise in this country. I do think that South Africans generally are not fully au fait with the workings of the capital markets and how they can actually invest in shares. Our financial literacy program has multiple goals. I think the starting point is to just build the basics.
The Investment Challenge is a competition that the JSE created some 48 years ago, where we help educate the youth in the country about investing on the stock market and the role that the stock market plays in the economy.
I didn't know anything about the JSE before we started the challenge.
At first I was like a bit skeptical about the whole thing.
Our aim is to have an all-inclusive game. So what we do is we try and break the economic barriers that exist between the schools that have and the schools that doesn't have. And in some instances, we will make available mentors to that school to coach the school during the 6-month period for them to fully understand how the Investment Challenge works.
When people usually hear the word economics, trading, it created a lot of challenge to say that we don't know the markets, we don't know how to analyze the market, commodities, but the brave few came and said, no, we are willing to learn.
I went and researched a bit about JSE, and I found out that it was all about stock exchange. And then I was like, okay, it's fine, I can do that.
I'll be the one who will be coaching and showing them the way. But after that, they will be stopping me, saying, no, sir, can we please decide on this? So I said, no, man, sell this, you've heard the news.
The manner in which we've created the game is we've given the students a virtual R1,000,000 so they can trade in any listed company that's available on the JSE. And whichever team grows the R1,000,000 to the highest amount can win up to 25,000 Rand in cash, plus an all expenses paid trip to an international stock exchange.
Even now on my phone, I have an app where I can trade. That's the thing is I've been learning JSE Challenge.
Like when you just wake up in the morning and you just see like every day the market is going up and up and up and it never stops. But then of course there is that one day it just gives you a lot of doubts.
Any question, guys?
So when it moves above the 3K, should we sell it?
They are independent thinkers, okay? They have a viewpoint because now they understand what's happening in the market.
It's open to all high school learners, all university students, and we recently launched a virtual trading game that's for the general public. So all spheres can get involved. We encourage that the students, whatever they learn, take it and go home, get their parents involved in the virtual trading game as part of sharing knowledge, as part of extending the information that you as an individual are getting.
Before we had this, every Monday the topic of discussion will be the soccer or the rugby scores on Monday, but that has changed to the movers and the shakers in the stock market. And weekly they would look at their portfolio. We are leading this team.
Firstly, I'm hoping that we win the overall challenge, and this is actually a challenge giving you the entrepreneurial mindset of trading and starting to make money for yourself and be able to change the situation at home.
In the monthly scoreboard, you were number 3. That's really great.
I'm definitely gonna continue with investing, not only with the stock exchange, but with other things as well.
The greatest asset these guys have is time. Okay, so they are like 15, 14, right? If they put away money in stocks for the next 20 years or so, yeah, so they will have a nice retirement portfolio that they created for themselves, yes.
Ultimately, where we want to see is a society where everybody is included financially, but also people feel empowered to make the right decisions for themselves and their family. I would like to see a society where SMEs are thriving and therefore can grow employment in South Africa, and where some of the social ills are solved through corporate interventions.